Hello, young mathematicians. Today we're talking about simplifying fractions, and let's get right to it. So here I have the fraction 3/6. As you can see, I have 6 pieces here. Let's pretend that they are perfectly equal. And I've shaded in 3, so we've got 3/6, right? Now, the next step in simplifying a fraction is finding for the numerator is the top, the denominator is the bottom. Just a reminder about that. One way to remember what's what is denominator. I just tell the kids denominator down. Denominator is down, the down one. So we've got the numerator. We've got the, look at my handwriting today, yikes. We've got the denominator, okay? And we are going to find what's often termed the greatest common factor. Oh, these multiplication terms, oh my goodness. Another way to say greatest common factor, some people say highest common factor. And I want to tell you that sometimes this terminology trips kids up. And so one other way to think about it is the largest same, because same and common have the same meaning, the largest same multiple. That's another way of just thinking about it. So we are going to go down a little bit. Let's see, 3. We've got, you know what, I don't want to do pink. Let's do green. We've got 3 and we've got 6. And now we're going to find out what the greatest common factor or the largest same factor is. Well, let's see. Factors of 3 are, well, it's always 1 and 3. So I always like to start there. We always know that any number times itself is itself. So as an example, 1 times 3 equals 3. 1 times 5 equals 5. 1 times 1,216 is going to be 1,216. The point here is any number multiplied by itself is itself. So that means that automatically there are 2 factors for every whole number, and it is 1 in itself. So we know for 3 it's 1 and 3. We know for 6 it's 1 and 6. I hope I haven't lost you here. For 3, I think that's it. I don't think there's any other pair of numbers that gets multiplied together that forms 3. But for 6, let's see. And now is, you know, you're perfectly welcome to use the multiplication chart. I happen to know that 2 times 3 equals 6. And I think that's it. I think we've got all the factors for the numerator and the denominator listed out here. So now 1 is a common factor. I shouldn't have crossed it out actually. But it's a common factor, but it's not the greatest common factor here. As I look, I see 3 and 3 are the same. And I don't see, even though 6 is higher than 3, there's no 6 in the numerator that is a factor. So the highest common factor, the greatest common factor, is 3. So now comes the fun part. We are going to go and we're going to 3/6. We're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by the greatest common factor. So 3 divided 3 divided by 3. So we're going to do the same number. These have to be the same. Greatest common factor equals, and now we have to do some math. 3 divided by 3 is 1, because any whole number divided by itself is 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. There, we've got it. We've got it. We've got a reduced fraction, 1/2. Let's go back up here. Now we know that 3/6 equals 1/2, and we've simplified 3/6 to 1/2. And as we look at this at this this picture here where we highlighted 6. Oh my God. Excuse me, I have a cold over here at home. And I'm still making this video because I really want you guys to know all this. But 3/6 equals 1/2. Well, what do you know here? What do you know? It looks like this kind of looks like 1/2 anyway. So 3/6 equals 1/2. Here's a way to look at it visually. Let's do one more example. You know I love my examples, guys. So let's do, well, one way to think about it is let's do one that doesn't get reduced more. 4/5. 4/5. So first what we're going to do is we're going to write out all the factors for 4/5. So 4, the factors are 1 and 4, because 1 multiplied by any number, any whole number, is going to be itself. So 1 and 4. And then 2 and 4. We've already got the 4 in there, so we don't need to write it again. And I think that's it. And then for 5, gosh, I think it's just 1 and 5. No two other numbers, whole numbers, multiplied equal 5. Well, what do you notice, guys? You notice that 1 is the only common factor. You know what that means? Anytime, I should probably write this out. When 1 is the only common factor, for the numerator and denominator in a fraction, it is reduced as much as it is already simplified. It is reduced as much as it can be. It is already simplified. Guess what? 4/5 already simplified. We don't need to do anything else to it. Let's do one more example. At this point, if you get it, you can stop watching the video. You don't need to keep watching, but for those who want just one more example, let's do one more example. Let's do something a little tougher. Let's do 9. Actually, let's do let's do 8/36. 8/36. Okay. First step, write out the common factors. Well, 1, 8. 1 times 8 equals 8. 2 times 4 equals 8. I think that's it. How about for 36? Well, again, 1 times 36 equals 36. I know 4 times 8 equals 36. I know 12 times 3 equals 36. And I know 2 times 18 equals 36. Anytime this is an even number, you know it can be divided by 2. So that's a helpful little trick, right? And 8 is an even number, so it can be divided by 2 as well. So let's look. Let's look for our common factors. Well, 1, of course, is a common factor. I see 8 over here. And that's it. That's all I see. I see 4. Actually, wait. And 2. Okay, look at that. Bunch of common factors here. However, what's the highest or the greatest common factor? Well, that's going to be 8. That's going to be the 8. So now what do? We take 8/36 and we divide the numerator and the denominator by 8. Divide by 8. 8 divided by 8, well, that's going to be 1. 36 divided by 8, that's going to be 4th. What do you know? What do you know? 8/36 in simplified form is 1/4. Voila. All right, my mathematician friends, I will see you in class. I hope you found this video helpful. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day.